What's up, duelists? It is James, and this is going to be the finals, the grand finals replay review of our Pumpking of Games tournament that happened this past weekend. This is Jeix versus Connor Zhou, aka Swift20, and Jeix is on a really sick zombie list, and Connor's on his LIGHTSWORN list. You can check out both of these deck lists in the top 8 video that we put up, but we just wanted to give you guys some commentary on this. Keegan, tell them what's up.
What the fuck is up? Smash like, subscribe. Let's get into the games. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do
And
it.
before we get in, comment below who you think has the advantage here, LIGHTSWORN or Zombies. This is a classic 2009 matchup.
Whew,
Even
such a
in that
banger.
format,
Such a banger matchup.
everyone argued all the time. Oh, LIGHTSWORN's so powerful. Oh, Zombies are so powerful. Like who's better? Who's worse? Tell us. Let me know. The
Yeah,
question's still undecided.
we need to know. We need to know what you guys think. I mean, I know what I think. What do you think,
I know
James?
what I think. I know
What,
what I think.
what do you think? I'll tell you what I
I
think.
always thought Zombies. I always thought Zombies were cool.
I always thought zombies were, just way cooler, way more pimp, way more like flex. You got the secret rares. You don't have to play all these. Anyway, let's just get into that. Let's get into the. I don't know. I think Lightsworn has some stuff. I'll say it. They got some stuff. I got
LIGHTSWORN's a scary deck.
Yeah, but zombies, they got some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like Lightsworn's got some stuff, but zombies, they got some
We're
stuff.
seeing some of their stuff right here with this Burial and Return and Heavy Storm.
Yeah, this hand sucks, but
But yeah, there's no Goblin Zombie yet.
yeah. And from the Lightsworn player, we've got a from Connor. He's got a hand. That's a hand. You this
Yeah, I mean, the recharge is great,
uh,
and compared to what Jeix has, like at least he has some engine.
as a Lightsworn player, I'm always happy to see Cold Wave in my opening hand, and as a zombie player, I'm always happy to see these guys in my opening hand. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, the storm
Ooh.
is going to be fairly dead, and he knows that um, Connor's on Lightsworn. I got to assume so. This is just baiting a Lila, I suppose.
Yeah, this is a really smart play. At this point, the tournament's been going on. Both these guys have played something like 12 rounds or something crazy. How many rounds do these guys play?
Connor played like 10 rounds. Jeix has only played like six or something, five or six.
Okay, interesting. So this is going to be the first match. Connor is actually coming from losers bracket. If he wins this, he will have to fight a second match in order to um, take the tournament down. Jikes only has to win one of the next two matches because he's on winner side and he has not dropped a set yet this tournament.
So hold up. So he pitches the wolf. That's fine. That's legit. I mean, you want to keep the most live cards possible. But then, and he draws into another wolf, which of course sucks. And like, depending on how many wolves he runs, I think it's three, but the foolish, is now a little worse. But then he just normal summons the Gara. What do you think about this?
Uh,
I mean, you have the honest.
I think it's wrong. I'm gonna be
You
honest.
do.
I think it's wrong. I'm 100% setting hamster here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not thinking twice about that. Next turn, if you can flip your hamster, get the Raikou, or if your hamster was flipped and you got the Raikou, you can summon Gareth and then trigger your Gareth that way. I think that this might be a bit too
Yeah,
much.
like honestly, your hand is not that good. I feel like you want to buy time with the hamster
Yeah,
and
and
pop those
getting
up the right guy.
if you can go like let's say they attack over your hamster somehow. I don't know how zombies is ever doing that, but somehow they attack over your hamster and you get a Raikou, or they attack into it somehow because they think
Yeah,
it's a
Fury
Raikou.
Turtle. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, sure.
you get a Raikou, right? On your next turn, you could do something like Cold
Yeah,
Wave, summon Gareth, flip Raikou,
sure.
pop their back row, then maybe potentially draw 1 to 3 cards off this Gareth, and I think that's just much higher value uh, than just using your
How are you
Gareth
drawing
for
three cards?
for
How are you
for
drawing three cards there?
um you know just you mill a wolf and that counts as drawing a card. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Is potentially 3 cards.
Finds the goblins on it.
Mills a Necro Gardener, and there's the Goblin Zombie.
Really
Fucking
good draw.
fucking punished
Really
for
good
not
draw.
setting hamster, if you ask me. Just yeah, that was the best draw. Probably one of the best
I
draws
mean,
in
the
Jake's
second
deck.
hamster there. I mean, I think it was better, but like, I don't even know if I would say that's a punish. But drawing the goblins off, you just like couldn't ask for, couldn't ask for more.
Well, another thing is like I would be hesitant to set the Goblin Zombie because of Aaron, but he doesn't have Aaron because he would have summoned it on the first turn to get the mills going, and the charge is gone. So there's only one, maybe 2 copies if he plays Rhoda left of
Right.
Aaron in deck, so it's pretty safe to set this here. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I probably would have set Call of the Haunted too because I'm greedy. But hey, that's just me. That's just me.
Well, Connor draws Dark Arm, which now, like, I mean, his hand is still bad because he doesn't have any darks in the grave, but like now I think you have a little clearer arc of like a win con
Yeah,
because you could potentially get these Raikou mills and then Foolish Dark, like.
yeah, for sure. That's one way you could go about doing stuff. I mean, you're still really far off from casting this Dark Armed Ever. I think this is not coming down for at least two more turns.
Mhm.
But it is a plan. It is a game plan. Whereas before you were kind of just like, Gareth beat down? Question mark. Maybe he has nothing to summon. Like,
I
uh,
think it is interesting, like when you're talking about like this sort of like partial knowledge of each other's decks, because if you fully knew Jex's deck, I feel like there's not really a lot of reason um to attack with Garoth there. But if you think just like a generic zombie list, like they could be playing something like Raikou.
yeah, yeah, they could be. Here comes the set of both Call and Phoenix Wind Blast. At this point now, they're both chainable for value. So a Heavy
Hmm.
Storm is going to be nowhere near as punishing on something like this. Now, if you're Jykes, you do have to consider maybe hitting this in the draw step in case of Hamster. Obviously, probably wouldn't just because it's possibly Raikou. But even
Yeah.
denying him this extra turn of mills and setting him back if it is a Raikou is something I would at least think about. I would at
Yeah,
least
now that you mention it, I feel like I feel like you set both kind of debate, but like yeah, I don't think draw phase I think that actually seems pretty good. I don't know if it's something I would have thought of immediately, but I think
Well, yeah,
it would be
because
good.
the way it works is like like let's say he flips Raikou targets your Wing Blast, you would have to chain it to the Raikou. The Raikou goes to the top, right?
Well, you could chain it on the Garroth,
You could chain it on the Gareth, true,
and then he wouldn't get to.
but he's still getting 3 mills. You know what I'm saying? He mills
He's
the
still getting three
Gareth,
minutes,
and he's milling the
right?
Gareth. So
But the
it's
Garroth
like
effect's not going on,
no, that's true, but he's milling the Gareth. So you're not even draw locking him, and
right?
you'd want to cut him off mills. Like looking at his graveyard, looking at the fact that he's been stuck on this Garroth for a few turns, not
Yep.
getting his mills going. I think it's definitely something you'd want to consider there. He doesn't go for it until right now. Uh,
Well, and he just blocks the damage instead, right?
yeah, he just blocks the damage, which is totally fair, I guess. I mean, hey,
I don't know. I don't really like it. I mean, I feel like yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
yeah, I think this is gonna be a Caius. This is gonna be a Caius.
Yep. Just normal setup.
Yeah, and this is kind of why I think zombies is really favored in the matchup. Once you get this sort of thing going, the Lightsworn deck is just gonna struggle. Like this is just
Yeah, the way I've framed it, I don't remember if I said this in the top 8 video or not, but I mean, when zombies can find this position, like they're floating a number of revivals, either they have a burial or return, in this case both, like one goblin in grave, like plague in hand, like they're threatening to do so much. In this case, they have Dark Realm too. But the only problem with zombies is like they can do this like once. They can't really like recycle it other than like again, like once through something like burial.
well.
So
That's what I thought until I started playing Return in the zombies decks, and it's more now like twice, which is a lot better than you would think. I'm
yeah,
saying
sure.
twice is definitely a lot, and sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes that's all you
Right.
need. All you need is a Bronic hitting the field twice, and then here comes the Gareth beatdowns again. No attempt to foolish the wolf, the third wolf or anything. Maybe thinking he'll need to use that foolish to get a fourth name at some point.
Yeah, or another dark. I mean, I don't know how you're gonna mill the other darks, but yeah.
Yeah,
And I believe this is just game.
this looks like it should be game in one way or another.
I mean, you have three extenders plus dark armed. So this is already three darks in the grave.
Yeah, yeah. No,
And
this
one of
is
your extenders is is returned, which is sort of the extender is an understatement.
yeah. That's the play and a half. You know what I'm saying? Like that's twice what you've done already.
Oh, this is where that thing comes up that we talked about in one of the prior matches. Look, yeah, because he bounces.
Oh,
No,
he
and
bounces
I
on the
also
call.
I love that Connor's like, oh yeah, you bounce like Gareth, and he's like, no, no, dude.
No, no. This is.
I mean, it also doesn't really matter. Like he had game in so many different ways, but yeah, he chooses to he like dark arm banishes the zombie master and pops his storm and then returns. And even while I was watching, I was like, you could have just popped the return and chained it. Like Dark Gun banishes his cost, so it's fine. But I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. That was
Did he have Gores in hand though? Wait, actually, I think he did have Gores in hand.
Jike's head Gores.
Yeah, yeah. So maybe it did make sense to pop that. I mean, I guess it's kind of the same result,
Yep,
but
yep, he did have Gores. So I think that that's heads up,
clearing the storm.
kind of heads up play. That might have been a happy accident. I don't know. Some Bob Ross
Yeah, I
shit.
don't know.
Before we get
No,
into
I
the
think I even said on the thing, I was like, unless he has Gores, but that would be like, I don't know, kind of niche. But I mean, if he had Gores, then hey, I respect it.
He did. He had Gores in hand. Before we get into the next game, don't look at the hands. Hide hands, hide hands. What do they side? What do they side, James? You didn't see anything. You didn't see any DD Crows.
Um, yeah, I mean, but Crow is like a kind of a gimme for both sides. Like
Oh
Crow,
yeah,
Light Mirror.
yeah, totally.
Looking at the list, like Jeix also has an extra Starlight Road. I'm not 100% that would come in. Even D Prisons could come in. Cyber Dragons,
I
Ryos,
actually,
those are things.
I actually don't like Deep Prison against LIGHTSWORN. I know that's weird, but I think it's kind of just like food for the Judgment Dragons and Lilas and Celestias and Raikos and stuff. So I'm not a big fan of that card in this matchup. I don't think that's coming in. I think the DD Crows for sure come in. Maybe the Cyber Dragons going second, just so you could like vomit out of Caius really quick. I could see that for sure.
For Connor's side, you also have more Crows. You have Consecrated Light, which I mean is kind of food for a few cards that Jeix plays, like Pyramid Turtle. You also have things like Royal Oppression and maybe even a Mind Crush. I don't know. And DD Crow.
Yeah, Connor's hand is fucking awful here.
Yeah.
It's basically the same hand he had last game, but even more bricky because he didn't have the recharge to get started. He does have Trap Dust Shoot, which is
Also,
gonna.
Trunade was sided, which means he brought it in, which I can't feel like that was a great decision.
Yeah, that's really strange. Because zombies isn't historically like a back row deck, and the back row they do play is largely chainable.
Yeah.
This Dust Shoot is gonna be good though. It's gonna take away this Reaper, and then this Pyramid Turtle doesn't really. It's kind of awkward. This hand's kind of awkward, right? Because like you want this Gores to come into play, but as soon as the
Yeah.
Pyramid Turtle comes into play, like the Gores
Yep.
isn't really ever hitting the field for any amount of time. So if you're Jikes here, what are you doing? Are you just passing with the Gores up, or are you trying to get aggressive with the turtle?
I think I'm attacking with the turtle. I just think it gets your and has the best chance of getting your engine live.
True, true. Heads up play putting it in attack again because of something like
Yeah.
Aaron. Aaron could be big, and charge is a big draw here.
Yeah.
That's
Great job. Million big
really
Gareth too.
really
But
really
he doesn't
important.
get Lumina. Just oh, he knows there's a crow. So
Yes, he does know there's a crow. What did he grab? He grabbed Raiko.
Mhm.
Okay, that's pretty good against this hand. I will say it.
Yep.
That's pretty good. Pyramid Turtle.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the risk of putting Pyramid Turtle into play like this. It's like you kind of really want that Pyramid Turtle to go off so you can search Goblin Zombie and then your call and eventually Burial are going to be that much better. But getting a
Yeah,
cop for no reason is not ideal.
yeah. Actually, milling plague. Like, I know that this
Yeah.
might sound like it's a good thing, but it's actually kind of a liability. If Jikes finds
Totally.
something like a Zombie Master or whatever, his even a card like this, Ill Blood,
Well,
he can combo
Jax
off of
also
that.
has Crow, so it's like whatever advantage that it was going to give him is just going to be stopped
Yeah.
by that.
Top deck Judgment Dragon with exactly 4 names engraved. And no Crow used
Nice.
because you're probably, you know,
Saving it.
saving it for the plague. Yeah. Uh,
I mean, yeah, I think this is fine. Yeah, you don't like their hand and it's all dead cards like that call and any of those aren't going to do anything. So
yeah, this might just be a Judgment Dragon curtains sort of situation. He's gonna try to slam into the JD, get something
I
going.
thought this was very well played actually. Like I think he did exactly what he need what on Jake's end. Did exactly what he needed to do in order to potentially stay in the game. Because he just searches Mizuki in defense there.
Yeah.
Um and lets the thing pop. He knows he's basically gonna get one more turn because he can block with Gores.
Yes.
Barring some wild Armory Arm or something like this. Um and
What I would
yeah, I
have
mean
what I would have done if I was Connor is I would have used Honest on that attack. And the reason I would have used Honest is because I know about the Gores.
he
All
attacked
right.
direct. Oh, on this attack. I
Yeah,
see, I see.
when the turtle attacks, I would have
Yeah,
100%
yeah.
used Honest here because like you know about the Gores.
Interesting.
You know he's gonna get another turn. You know what I mean?
And he only has one unknown, which is it happens to be the Oblit, but like what
Yeah.
even was gonna happen here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. If he had something to deal with this Judgment Dragon, he would have done it main phase 1. So I definitely would have used the Honest here. I definitely would have just like done that. And then it also prevents him, like, let's say he has like, I don't fucking know, a new Doria type effect, right? That he can crash into this Judgment Dragon. Maybe there's something like that. I don't know. But it prevents him from attacking the Judgment Dragon again and crashing into it. So
What was in Connor's grave, real quick?
uh
He milled another Lightsworn name. Because
yeah,
that's
he's
all I was thinking. Like the only thing I could think that jeix could do main phase two is like
wind blast it and then crow a Lightsworn name or something.
yeah, well, or like make, if you search plague and then book a life something back, I don't know. But
Yeah,
I guess book a life plus the crow could get him down to three, but
and then he could Bryonic
also
the JD. Either way,
yeah,
I'm
that's
using Honest there. That's basically, I see no reason.
yeah, I didn't think of that, but that's a good show.
There's no reason not to do that, in my opinion. And here's another Judgment Dragon, because when it rains it pours, right, James? That's
Yeah.
that's kind of what we've learned. Um, yeah, there's no shot that this game is ending. There's the wolf.
So what do you think about this? He gets back the plague main phase two just to completely hedge against the Doomcast. I think that's pretty smart.
Yeah, no, that's very smart, and he does mill a Necrogardener too. So
Yeah, that's funny.
this is just a wrap. Looking at two crows when there's a plague, a wolf, and a Judgment Dragon that was summoned with
Yeah,
exactly four names is it's quite funny. It's quite humorous, and also looking at this burial in this call, it's like this is what happens when you
The
don't.
thing was if he just put himself in a position because if he drew like a Kai's there or something, like maybe he could he got a Mizuki back and
Yeah,
finish the
then
thing.
Kaya's yeah, yep.
So I think that's why I was saying I felt like Jeix played that pretty well. Just you're in a bad spot, you're almost guaranteed to lose, but I feel
Yeah,
like what people do in those positions is really telling.
yeah, and I think Connor missed lethal there by not using the Honest, but didn't
Yeah,
really
that's an obscure play. I did not think of that.
did not come back to bite him. Uh, Jike's getting to go first in game 3. His hand looks. I didn't know he was playing Necrogardener. That's.
Hmm.
Uh, I had completely forgotten about that. I don't really understand that, actually. It confuses and
There's a
bewilders
discard
me.
that's a dark and a foolish target. I don't
Yeah, I
yeah.
guess that makes sense.
Burial target. I don't know.
Yeah,
And he's got
combos was
return.
returned. Combos was returned. It's not the worst thing you could have. Definitely not. Um, Connor drawing his Aaron and having basically the same hand he's had the last two games with the Dark Arm, the Crow, and the Honest. Um,
Yeah, I think Connor's hand is quite good.
this Aaron summon, like,
Why don't you just Foolish Wolf?
also, I would have booked this Aaron. Like, if I'm Jax, I would have booked this.
Well, you're
Cause,
thinking that you're gonna crash the pyramid.
but
Oh, this is so funny because in watching this, I remember I was like, because what he ends up doing, I mean, we can
we're
go
gonna keep,
through
yeah,
it.
we're gonna,
He searches Zombie Master just to have two threats to swing over. And I was like, but then what he ends up doing after he draws out the Honest there, he just booked and swings over. But I was like, if he was gonna do all that, why didn't he just search Reaper? But it's because he drew the Reaper for a turn.
ah,
Cool.
yes. I think that I probably would have booked the Aaron just to cut off the mills. I think it's so important against Lightsworn to just make sure they never get their mills going. And if they're doing something like summon Aaron into a Mizuki that can run it over, that means they're kind of desperate to get the mills going. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very telling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could have. Yeah, you could have. Like, I was thinking, like, what's his play next turn? Because if you don't know, gonna draw the Reaper. But I guess you could even like tribute someone for an Illblood over the Mizuki.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
Swing
just
over there.
a lot of different stuff you could do. You could even just summon the turtle and attack with both. Like you could do a bunch of different stuff. The fact that he's summoning Aaron into a Mizuki,
Yeah.
it just gives away a lot of information, and that's something you should be thinking about. Here's
Well, this
pitching
gives
the
him. Yeah, he lets him pitch the Necro at least. And it
gets
does get crowd, but that's like a fine trade.
this is gonna be I have to imagine foolish for dark. No, okay,
But it is for dark.
sorry, I meant wolf. I would have tried to foolish a wolf and sack for Celestia here. I know
Well,
that.
I mean, you risk putting yourself at too many darks, but I think
I
I agree with you.
Yeah, because you like if they bottomless your wolf, right? Then you just set the Arcus. and then you do the Celestia and whatever play next turn. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't have
Yeah.
Plague. He doesn't have a lot of ways he can really
Yeah.
come back from this. So,
I mean, this is like guaranteed clearing the clearing the zombie master more or less. So I
but
mean, like,
he didn't even priority pop the Zombie Master. He priority popped the back row.
right. I don't
Interesting.
know.
That's You know what? We're gonna let the tapes roll. We're gonna let the tapes roll. Using the Necrogardner there, I don't know if I would have. I don't know if I would have.
Yeah, that's what I said too. I was surprised that he used it,
Yeah. Um.
but
Either way,
it forces another banish from Connor, so that's kind of
you
good.
know
Because
what's
like
you know what's fucking
actually
weird?
the position that he's found himself in now, like
Wait,
I
wait,
mean,
wait,
he
wait,
happened to mill. Okay, wait,
wait,
stop.
wait.
Say what you want.
Yeah, yeah. Wait, hold up here. Because he didn't have to. He didn't have to use that. He didn't have to banish his Necrogardner. He could have sacked Arcus for Celestia and just popped his set monster. Was he?
Yeah, he's holding the Celestia for reasons unknown.
I And then that could have even milled him like another dark or something, which it ended up it would have because it you see this.
Yeah, what it would have milled him a wolf, which would have been game actually.
Yeah, so I don't really
That's a confusing one. I mean, and actually though, like I mean, milling the wolf is kind of whatever. But milling the other dark really matters because I was gonna say before, like the fact that jeix was able to burn through all of Connor's dark banishes, and he happened to draw Mirror Force, like that's a line to get back in the game.
well
Celestia would
also
probably pop it, but still.
like something like brain control here now is just winning for Jax. Like it's actually just winning. I mean, like you don't know about the honest, of course, but like you could do something like brain control dark armed, attack into Arcus, you know what I mean? And like set both bottomless and mirror force and then I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just kind of like a fucking thing. And
Well, I mean, without milling the wolf, the Celestia I think would have had the same. Um, just
true. True.
like that would have been the same. But anyway,
Well,
you would have actually kept the next one, though.
you could have actually played. Yeah, you would have kept
You
the
would have kept
Necrorunner,
them.
and
Yeah.
you could also play around. Because he had Zombie Master, he could have actually played around Honest as well, which is interesting. But
Yeah.
this
I guess
is
you maybe you risk milling Plague.
yeah, yeah. I guess I don't know.
This is just gotta be. I mean,
Okay,
it's
okay.
a good draw.
All right, all right. Well, that was set one.